Mike's talking about poop.
I'm talking about poop.
We're back.
Scat. Skiddly scat, skiddly scat.
Skidly scat, skidly d. We're back. Sofa tomatoes. New episode.
Bam.
Bam. And Dwayne has jumped off the couch and he is looking for dinner.
Oh, but he's limping.
He is so excited, that boy.
He's limping.
Guys, we got the sweetest little basset hound over here, and he's got a little limp,
He's a limp chicken, I tell you what.
but a sweet boy, I'll tell you that too.
Yeah, he is. He's a sweetheart. As basset hounds go.
Yeah.
I don't feel like they're aggressive, though.
Wait, what?
I've never met an aggressive basset hound.
Dude, my step grandma Becky Kelly, who you're familiar with.
Oh, I know
The
Becky.
people don't know.
I go way back with Becky.
Yeah, they have a basset hound named Ellie.
Oh.
She is very but she has the deepest voice. It's Roo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and
Okay.
every single time that I see her, it is just Roo, Roo, Roo. Boom, boom, boom. Literally until Becky gives me a treat to give to Ellie for her to like realize that I'm
That you're not bad.
yeah.
That you're not scary.
Yeah.
Okay, she's doing her job. She's a working girl protecting the house.
Working girl, slow as can be, and
You just have to
just
sound
sweet.
intimidating. I feel like that's half the battle with like dog security. As
Yeah.
long as you sound scary,
Mhm.
then people are generally scared.
Yeah. They she sounds scary, but she's the furthest thing from it. But anywho,
Anywho,
how are you? How's it feel to be you?
how does
today?
it feel to be me today? Today
Yeah.
has been pretty good. I should ask you, how do you feel to be you today? Because it's a special day for you.
I feel old today.
You feel old.
I feel old.
Feel old.
But I feel good.
Good old.
Yeah,
Are
like
you feeling like
I could be worse.
like a quarter life crisis?
Not. It's tough to say if I've had that or not yet.
Okay.
That's the thing.
All right. She's brewing.
It's tough to say.
You're
if-
not getting a motorcycle or anything.
No,
Like
no. But maybe third of the life crisis is around the corner. Quarter life might be, too soon, or maybe fifth of the life. Like maybe when I was like 20, I did something. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm in quarter life crisis mode right now.
that. Okay, that's great. It's a good headspace.
Do you think come your birthday you're going to be close to quarter life crisis?
You know,
And if true, does that mean that you're planning on living to be 116 if it's quarter life?
I'm not trying to live forever. I want to make that abundantly clear.
116 is not forever.
Not even close.
Right.
But I would like to eventually die
Okay.
at
fair.
an age where I feel like I'm satisfied. And I don't know what that is,
Okay.
and nor do I feel as if that'll happen because it's unlikely. But
You don't want to put a number into the universe while we're here?
no, I don't
Just
want
for fun?
I don't want to throw a number into the ether. Above 100 would be cool.
Really? You're
Yeah.
going for a full Hunsky.
Because then, just the witness of change you have in that century. I
Yeah.
think of the people that were born in like 1901 and then they lived to 2000.
Mm. But like, gosh, if you can make it 100, I feel like 103. Or for me, it would be so cool if we can hit like 105. So that we
Okay.
get, what would that be? Like another century? Is that 3 centuries we'd get to live in? That should be the goal.
To be 105.
Yeah, because we lived in the 1990s,
So 90s,
the
2000s.
1900s, the 2000s, and the 2100s.
Yeah, I guess.
3 whole centuries.
If that's
that you-
possible.
105. How's that not possible? You
I
born
got-
in 96.
No, it's true. It's true.
Okay.
I'm not good at math. You know this.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
at what is that like Parks and Recreation quote where it's just like with modern medicine and my health or whatever, I could be the first person to live to 115.
Are you trying to quote Talladega Nights, the Ballad of Ricky Bobby?
No, I thought it was from Parks and Rec. The guy, he's the mayor, or whatever the hell, and he's like
Oh,
super
you're-
big into fitness.
Yeah. Chris Traeger.
Chris Traeger,
Yeah, they do that in Ballad of Ricky Bobby, Talladega Nights.
really?
Yeah. Will Ferrell. He goes, with my high level of income and the advances in modern sciences, it's not crazy to say that I could live to be 180,
Maybe
200.
that is what I'm thinking of then. I don't know why I'm qualifying it to Chris Traeger though.
He's very positive, but he's more like realistic and a little depressing, I feel like, in that show. But like,
Oh yeah,
I feel like
100%.
they said that his like, I think you're mixing that up with him saying that he's so healthy that they think that he could live to be a certain amount.
That makes sense.
Because that he's just like the perfect physical specimen, but like mentally he's so not.
Yeah.
And like
Oh, yeah.
it's the cattywampus.
He's crumbling on the inside.
Exactly. God, that's such a great character.
Uh,
Love Rob Lowe.
Yeah, he's had a sketchy past. Allegedly, he's done some things that aren't so.
Do you want to air out his dirty
redeeming.
laundry?
I don't
Is
want
that
to
what you're
air
trying
out
to do?
his dirty laundry.
Should we try to get Rob Lowe canceled? Are you down?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
let's
air
get
out
the,
the laundry.
get
then.
the
Go
bad
ahead.
guys out of here.
Go ahead. What do you
No,
doing?
I guess it was like something of unconsensual
Oh no,
relations,
that's no good.
something to that effect.
Not familiar with
Alleged,
that. Alleged.
all alleged. But we don't have to keep airing out his dirty
Okay.
laundry. I'll let that be his tide.
He can deal with his own grievances. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, he's old enough. His career's fine. I think he can manage.
Okay. All right. Well,
Um,
so we're not going to cancel Rob Lowe.
we're not going to cancel Rob Lowe.
Okay.
We're going to continue our lives.
Okay.
And to answer your question, going back to
What was my question?
something about being in a quarter life crisis.
Are you in a quarter life crisis?
Yeah. Do I think that I would say come June?
Yeah. Is that you moving to a new state? Is that the quarter life crisis?
I think
we're
so.
talking
I was
about?
just about to say. I think
Sorry
so.
to steal that out of your brain.
No, it's true. I think that this moment where I'm like, I have to leave Illinois, or like I feel this compulsion to leave Illinois.
Crisis. It's
I'm in a
mode
crisis.
for you. Yeah. Quarter
It's-
life.
It's a trauma response. I'm
Yeah.
in crisis mode.
If you don't do
Help me.
something soon, it might be too late.
Send me out.
Yeah.
Get me out of here.
Fair. How's
But-
that going, by the way?
It's not going.
Okay.
Because I haven't really had that many job opportunities. Nobody's biting on my resume right now.
Every market is terrible right now.
It's so.
There's not a good market out there. I'll tell you what.
I hate it. It's just timing. Everything's timing.
Mm.
Preparation plus time equals success or
Yep.
something.
Not familiar with that, but sure.
Let's just say that. And I'm really feeling it that the timing is not on my side. Because I could go back. I could just move out there. I have enough in my savings where I could just say, fuck it, move out there, get a serving gig,
Yeah.
and do that.
Mm.
But I would be afraid that I would get stuck serving,
Mm.
lack of health insurance.
Yeah, we need you healthy.
No, and I need to get my routine together a little bit more here, in my opinion, as well.
Like what? Like you're looking to run on the daily? You're looking
No,
to,
I will
what?
never be a runner.
Then what's
You'll
the routine?
never catch me running a marathon.
Let's talk routine.
Ever.
Okay.
But okay, so where do I want to start? I told you that like I was getting back into the weed smoking experience.
Talk to me. How did that go?
It went okay.
All right.
I decompressed with my therapist about it today
Okay.
because there were positives and negatives to it.
Okay. That makes
Positive
sense.
one being I really kind of got onto like an effective exercise
Really?
routine.
Okay.
Yes.
Gave you a little bit of oomph.
It did, because with my situation regarding hallucinogenic drugs,
Mm.
I'm either vibing or I'm in the pits of hell.
Yeah.
There's only those two extremes.
True that.
And to avoid going into the pits of hell, I'm like, I have to do something.
Sure.
I have to do something that removes me from like a moment where I can like ruminate within my own darkness.
Okay.
So every time I would smoke, I would do it after work, and then I would be like, all right, now I'm going to go do some exercise.
Okay.
So like it was immediate, because and so that kind of forced me to.
It kind of gets you moving, you're saying.
It did. It really got me moving, at least for like this 7-day trial that I'm doing this for.
Okay. So we're talking dopamine rush. Did you get hybrid? You go sativ. What do you got?
I was a hybrid.
Okay.
It was like Happy Feet or something.
Happy Feet.
2 feet, Happy Feet.
If it's Happy Feet,
Mud
it's
feet.
got to be sativa dominant. So that's good.
I didn't really pay attention to it. Everything was on sale because it was $4.20 when I bought it.
Deals are deals are deals. We love that.
And honestly, Bud and Rita's 10 out of 10.
Good stuff.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like a really cute aesthetics.
Mm.
The staff was super nice and friendly. I went to the one in Niles.
Okay, yeah. I haven't
And
been there, but
so quick and easy. I literally walked in, showed them my ID. They're like, "Did you put an order online?" I was like, "Bing, bop, boop, bop, boop," and I walked out right away.
Love that.
And no lines, no nothing.
Lines are over in
I
dispensaries.
was one of like 3 people in that entire dispensary.
What time of day did you go?
This was before I came here last Friday.
Oh, okay.
So like noon.
Midday on a weekday, you're not going to catch anybody at a
But when I used to live in Wrigley, like near Wrigley, and I would go to
never stops, yeah. Too
So
many people.
the fuck is it? Sunnyside
Mm,
out there, busy all the time.
yeah.
Especially if I like went after work and I would like go right off the train. I would just go there really quick. It was me and 10 other hundreds of people.
Trying to catch your fix.
That's all trying to do it. So I liked that new shopping experience.
Okay.
That made it nice. That made it convenient.
Good.
And the exercising was great. The one, let's say, negative part to it is that
Megs.
my sleep routine is just so fucked.
It messed up your sleep?
Yes, it did.
What?
I don't know what it is or why, and maybe somebody out there or even somebody in this room can help. When I smoke, I stay up.
Mm,
I don't get tired. I don't crash.
that's always been the case for you.
Always.
Yeah.
Always. And so I was a nighttime toker this trial period because I didn't want to get high before work or during work. That's crazy.
Reasonable thing to do.
And so nighttime toker would start around like 6, and then I would try and take like my last bit of fun around like 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
But I would stay up until like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. And after I finished my workout, like I would eat something, whatever. But around like the 9-10 o'clock moment, I don't know, like so deep into rewatching Game of Thrones, and I'm just like, all right, I'll go to bed after one episode. I'll go to bed after the next episode.
So now, is the problem the weed or is the problem the content?
The problem is me on weed.
Because have you tried not watching Game of Thrones at that hour?
I could totally put away all the screens, it would probably make a difference. But in terms of like just whatever my routine was in tandem with adding marijuana involved, there were some things I needed to make changes to that I didn't.
Ironing out the kinks.
That created a negative experience. And so what I was really kind of looking for on this whole week trial period, I really only wanted to do it for the weekend, but then I was like, fuck it, let's smoke on Monday, and then fuck it Tuesday.
And
it all
slippery
kind of
slope.
The slope was slipping.
Slippery slope.
And so that's when I'm
familiar of
very,
a feeling.
Very scary feeling.
Okay, all right.
And so that's when I realized it's like, okay, probably not. I'm glad that before the slope was slipping.
Sure.
The whole reason I wanted to do this experiment was to see like, am I certified crazy, or is it my state of mind in tandem with hallucinogens makes me certified crazy?
Wow. So either way, you're crazy. What am I missing?
So no, I'm either crazy or I'm only crazy on drugs.
Well, okay, go ahead, keep going.
And so I was hoping to figure out like that I'm not crazy, even on drugs.
Yeah.
And I'm okay.
Uh-huh.
So, and that turned out to be the case. No panic, no super excited moments of anxiety.
Good news,
all
good news.
kind of was kept in the house, which was great.
Love that.
But at the end of the day, reflecting on just the habit and like where I think I would go if I were to continue.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say that I should go on another break.
Yeah. Okay. I think so too.
So like the 7-day trial period is how I'm doing it. So I have like very little left at home tonight, and I don't know if I should just throw it out when I get home or if I should just like use it and then throw it out whatever I have left. But at the end of the day, I also like came to this, I don't know, moment with my therapist. It was like, it just needs to be out of the house.
There you go.
Because then I just like can't feel the temptation.
Okay.
So we had our moment. We had our fun. We learned a lot.
Love that.
We're feeling good out of it in the sense that the exercise really came back strong, which is great. Love that.
Great.
So now I just want to continue the exercising part of my routine.
Yep.
Just subtract the marijuana so my sleep schedule can get back into a good place.
Okay.
And then exercise plus sleep will even make it better the next time I choose to partake, where like I feel like my routine is even more hashed out. My anxieties and woes will be even more hashed out. And that's the hope.
Do you think, and I am certainly not poking holes in your
Poke all the holes.
hypothesis,
Because there's so many holes.
I'm just curious.
I have so many holes.
Do you feel
I'm
like
just a hole.
Yeah, well, aren't we all? Don't you feel like? Do you feel like after you work out, do you feel tired, or do you feel like that keeps you up?
No. So
Have you always been an evening worker out, or have you done the morning workout?
I'm an evening worker outer. I
Okay.
don't prefer to work out in the morning.
Is it the shower thing?
Uh,
Too much time in the morning? Is that?
so, yes,
Yeah.
partly
Or
because
not enough time, rather.
Yeah, I didn't like it. So if
Yeah.
I was to be a morning workouter, I would go to like the office gym,
Which is so cool that you have that.
which
as
is
an
so
option.
great. It's so nice.
It's
It's
so messed
so
up.
lovely. But I don't want to like shower at work. I just
Okay.
don't want to do that. I want to shower in the
Sure.
comfort of my own home and take time as I leisure about my morning routine.
Yeah,
That's my
I get that.
that's my vibe.
Yeah.
So I've always been like an evening worker outer. I also feel like I just have more energy in the evening times.
Interesting.
Like even like surprisingly, like post work, people like I'm so tired, I just want to go home.
Mm.
And like, yeah, I have those days. I'm a human being, but generally speaking, I feel that my workouts are better post evening. I also feel like I've eaten more, so like I have more kind of energy.
More to
work.
let go.
Yeah, I just have more calories and electrolytes flowing through me
Interesting.
than if I were to start like first thing in the morning and I'm working out on say like an empty stomach or like a granola bar. I don't live, laugh, love that.
Really,
I'm not a fan.
man.
I could do like a walk or like a quick cardio moment in the
Yeah.
in the morning. I could do that, but I wouldn't do like weightlifting, which is what I am focusing on currently because I'm trying to put on some musculos.
Fair.
So weightlifting in particular in the evening is better for me.
Yeah, I get that.
So I'm going to be a morning or an evening workouter.
Fair.
And I'm debating if I want to get a gym membership. I have the one in the office, but it closes at 7. And I usually end work around like 5:45, 6.
That sucks.
It does suck. It should
It
at
should
least...
for sure be open till like 9.
I was saying 8. I think 8 is reasonable.
Come on now. Uber operates 24/7. You should be able to hit that gym.
But it's not
24/7.
just like Uber's gym. It's like everybody involved. Everybody involved in the office.
Yeah, well.
So that makes the evening workouts less likely to happen immediately after work,
Totally.
unless I get a membership at a gym nearby the office or nearby my house. And autofellatio, Harry, you nasty.
Yeah, relax, doggo.
I feel like just being in a gym, I think we've had this conversation earlier where it's being in a separate space kind of like pulls focus
Yeah, I agree.
and allows you to kind of focus on the task at hand, where when I am at home work and doing my little weightlifting vibes, I'm very easily distracted. I'm very much like, oh, I should go throw in a load of laundry between sets.
Yeah,
and
What takes precedent? doing household stuff or doing
right.
working out when you're in the house? But when I'm in the gym, I can't take precedent on household stuff because I'm not in the household.
100%. And my excuse for not getting the membership at this point is because of the money, right? Like I'm saving money by not having a gym membership.
For sure.
But at the same time, you can't put a price on your health and your well-being. So I should prioritize that. I made that excuse the other day when I bought a water flosser.
Wow, love that.
I was at Costco.
Good.
And I was walking through the aisles and I saw this water flosser. And I'm like, I hate flossing, first of all. And
nobody likes
and
flossing.
the dentist clocks me every time.
Do you lie? Are you a liar
No,
to
I
your
tell the
dentist?
truth. No, I do not lie to any medical
Okay, good.
professionals.
Yeah, I do not condone that.
No, you should never lie to the medical professionals.
Okay.
One, if they do judge you, so be it. It's your life.
Two, they're gonna know.
And they're gonna know.
They're not stupid.
A dentist, I've learned, can tell like if you smoke weed, if you smoke cigarettes, if you're like a blowjob kind of person, it could
They're calling you out.
they clocked
How do you know?
clocked at the pad.
Did you get a look at your your sheet? Did it say blowjob
Gives
giver?
blowjobs.
Yeah, is that what it said?
Yeah, literally.
Oh my God.
No. I forget who told me this because
They told you about the blowjob.
they told me about the blowjobs because
What the?
they're period.
According to Rachel, the back of your throat gets bruised.
Take it from two people that have given blowjobs in their life.
Well, we're learning things today, you guys. We're learning.
And has my throat been bruised before?
Apparently so.
Absolutely, it has. Will it be bruised again? Most
Probably
likely.
so.
But that's how they know. They get they can tell, and like sometimes the shape of your teeth can also, because like if you do it a lot, like a lot, if you're a big blowjob girl,
Sure.
your mouth does change. It moves, it manipulates.
Okay.
And they can tell by certain activities that you do. It's like it's similar if you're like a big popsicle person or like a lollipop.
Sure.
Your mouth will generally change. Same principle.
I see the crossover.
So I'm clocked. My dentist
I'm
clocks
clocked.
me. My dentist clocks me at the pad.
Dude, that's not only funny, but good to know for the listeners out there. Something to think about.
Your
when you're at
dentist
the
knows more about you than
Your
you think.
dentist knows what's going on. So
don't lie to them.
Don't be a bullshitter.
And when they ask me, "Oh, are you flossing?" and I'm like, no.
Yeah, I do this.
Never.
I always say, no, sorry. And then the last time the lady's like, my sister's the same way. And
Well,
I was like, I bet she is.
I think
it sucks.
I said like, no, sorry one time, and she responded, she's like, you don't have to be sorry to me. It's not my teeth.
Yeah. Oh,
And I
well.
was like, she kind of roasts.
Yeah.
She's the
Jeez.
hygienist.
Oh, yeah.
So she like does the teeth cleaning and all that jazz. She's
that.
pretty cool, actually. I'm a fan of her.
Mm.
But so I don't floss, and
Fair enough.
flossing is very important. Death creeps in through the mouth. I firmly believe that.
I thought death starts at your feet and it goes up.
I don't know. I heard death creeps in through the mouth.
I just
think
made
Sarah
that
Silverman
up.
said
So
that.
I don't know.
Oh, okay, great.
Nobody said what I said. I just made it up.
Well, be the first.
Yeah. Could be true, though.
So I need to get my floss game under control.
Yeah.
And so I bought this water flosser.
Okay.
And never used one. I don't really know how. Well, I haven't even used it yet. It's still, I just pulled it out of the box like a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And the whole purpose of it, I mean, it was $60. And the whole purpose of it was to like get my dental health under lock and key.
Reasonable.
And I justified the purchase by saying you can't put a price on your health.
That's true. So if you can't put a price on your health, what is holding you back from getting a personal chef outside of the office? If you can't put a price on your health, what is holding you back from getting a personal trainer to get your ass in the gym twice a day?
A personal chef,
5 days a week.
Trainer.
Yeah. I mean, you can't put a price on your health.
You're right.
So
You're right. I did say that.
I'm not sure
I would do
what
a
I'm
personal
missing.
trainer over a personal chef first.
Really? You think exercise over diet?
At this point in my life, yes.
Wow.
I feel like I have a pretty good grasp on diet. I'm pretty good in the kitchen.
Okay.
So I'm not nervous that
We know you're good with bread. We know you're a bread guy.
Yeah, I got
sourdough.
I got
guy,
loaves
rather.
on lock.
Yeah.
In my house.
Yeah.
I would say I could expand my culinary life more into the veg world. I can do more fun things with vegetables that I'm not doing.
Okay. There's time. You got time.
Yeah, for sure. And I just bought another thing that I bought. That was not for health purposes, but maybe because it's involved cooking. I bought a knife sharpener.
Really?
Yeah, I bought like a legit professional knife sharpener.
Wow.
Because I was sick and tired of cutting onions on a dull knife. And if you didn't know this, part of the reason why you cry when you cut onions is that there's
knife?
A dull knife.
Really?
So like a sharp knife slices the onion very nicely. When you crush an onion with a dull knife, it releases more of those enzymes that make you cry.
Yeah.
So if you have a sharper knife, less likely to cry than if you have a dull knife.
All right.
So facts are facts, America.
Anybody,
but I would do the
any
gym.
questions about knives?
No.
Okay.
But Love it. I would do the gym.
No, personal trainer.
Personal trainer.
Personal trainer's huge step up from the gym.
You're right. I would do the personal trainer just so, because all of my workout knowledge comes from YouTube or TikTok and things that I see other people do. I don't have like a real plan of attack that is maybe scientifically tested or put under some kind of scrutiny to determine like if it actually is going to get you X results. I feel like having a professional that could make a plan for me for the results that I want would make those results more likely to happen. And then also having that one person to kind of catch me on my shit when I am being a little lackadaisical on some of these exercises. They can be like, get your shit together, Diane. Otherwise, you're going to be fat forever.
You're not fat now, though.
No, but I'm getting there.
You are not.
I'm getting there.
You're a skinny bitch.
You want to know how I know I'm getting there? I'm one loop looser on my belt than I used to
You're
be.
probably just getting stronger.
Not even close.
You're thrusting more.
I'm not.
Oh.
I'm doing no lower leg exercises at this point, which is also a problem.
Yeah.
I'm focusing primarily on the vanity muscles.
Well,
chest, back, shoulders, arms.
That's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot. That's really
a lot to focus on at one time.
It's just 3 body parts: arms, chest, back.
Arms. Is that all you said was 3? It sounded like 4 or 5 the way you were
I think I
saying
said shoulders, so maybe 4.
All right.
But yeah, the stuff that like oodles and googles get, you know, when you're walking in a place and somebody is like, wow, look at that person. They exercise. It's usually because they're just looking at the upper parts of you.
Sometimes.
But legs is important, and I should get back on that. I can't do you squat? Are you a squatter?
No, I don't squat.
Don't squat.
I do pretty much.
Do you lunge?
You know what? I lunged one day of my workouts last week.
Okay.
One day of lunge with some 15s.
Okay, yeah.
On me, and I was just like trying to just go slow.
Little walk and lunge.
Walk and lunge. Walk 8 feet, 10 feet.
Yeah.
Turn around. Lunge.
Yeah, great. Love that. I love a lunge.
Slow. Don't go fast on the lunge.
Slow and controlled.
Do not rush a lunge.
No, because then you're fucked. Your duodenum's going to split in half.
Waste of time.
Literally happens to the best of us. I lunge. I don't squat anymore. I used to be a girl with like the barbell on the shoulders, squatting.
No.
I can't do that because it like hurts my shoulder.
Yeah, it hurts
like,
my back.
Holding the bar.
Yeah. Not for me.
And then I've also found that this is like a weird health fact.
Okay.
If I go too heavy and I like work too hard at a squat, I like get constipated for like the next 2 days.
Yeah, that's no good.
Which is like, I don't understand why that happens.
Not fair.
And I've talked to my doctor about it, and I've talked to Nicole about it, and they're like, yeah, we don't know.
No answers.
So I've given up on the back squat, I believe is like the traditional name of it. And what I'll do instead, I meet the lunge and the squat halfway, and I do the worst exercise known to man. It is called the Bulgarian split squat.
Oh, I've heard of that.
You've heard of the Bulgarians and their split
believe
squatting?
I have, but yeah.
It gets you right. It gets your legs going. It gets your ass just juicy.
Mine'll never be.
The juiciest possible ass you can think. Almost a Brazilian. Like you get so close to a Brazilian ass by doing these split squats. The only thing about them is that they are incredibly painful. Like they hurt. They hurt. The amount of times where I've honestly felt like I was going to pass out because I went hard on the Bulgarians at a time in my life.
Sure.
Seeing stars.
It's a dangerous game you're playing.
But my ass has never looked better.
Well, you know, we gotta take risks. There's always trade-offs in this world, and sometimes you gotta trade off seeing some stars for a plump butt.
Hell yeah, and I'll take that trade.
There you go.
So I got to get back on it.
No excuses.
I got to get into the split squats again.
Yeah,
because summer is here, and this ass needs to be
pristine.
Yeah,
dude, I'm in the gym and I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, no excuses.
There's none.
Just don't keep you can put an excuse in your head, but just tell yourself right after you think it, not sorry.
Exactly.
No.
And like for you, is it health or vanity, or is it a combination?
It is without a doubt a combo. type thing.
Yeah.
Vanity is a huge bonus if that happens to come with, but I just feel better. I like having a bad meal, knowing that I worked out earlier, so like it just offsets more than like I'm looking to get ahead.
Right. Calories in, calories out.
Yeah.
You know,
Sometimes, I got good days, bad days, but
no, you celebrate some days. You celebrate Easter. You celebrate your
Exactly.
birthday.
yeah, today's gonna be a bad day.
Like literally. So the week I was getting high, right?
Yeah.
You
Were you
know,
munching?
you know what I did?
I would love to.
You want to
find
know
out.
what I fucking did?
I want to live through your munchies.
I ordered. So Easter had happened, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And there was carrot cake at Easter.
Who
And you know me, I love carrot cake.
doesn't?
And I'm sitting at home and working from home. I'm like, damn, I really want some carrot cake.
Oh
right
my
now.
gosh!
So I Uber Eats a full ass carrot cake.
From like Jewel or something.
From Jewel.
Oh my goodness!
And you want to know how long
much of
it
it?
took me to eat?
The whole cake?
I ate the whole cake.
Hold on. Can we give the listeners a verbal visual for how big the cake was?
It wasn't
before we get the time.
It wasn't a massive cake.
That's okay.
So, but it was probably around
Bigger than a standard slice of paper?
Oh, yeah.
Bigger than
It's probably, I would say, like a diameter of like 8 to 10 inches. And
what's a piece of paper?
it's like 8
by 11?
8 by 11.
So it's smaller than that. Why'd you say it was bigger?
I mean, because like it's circular. So like
So then like 11 or 10 by 10?
maybe like a 10 by 10.
Okay. I'm sorry to
Yeah, maybe a 10 by 10.
encroach.
And then the thickness was probably maybe like maybe an inch and a half, 2 inches.
Yeah.
And I
Real-
ate that bitch
That's insane.
with cream cheese frosting and 2 little like frosting carrots
Yeah.
on the side.
Oh my goodness. Dude, do you mind if I walk you down like one of my memory lanes just because I just thought of the word encroach?
Yeah, why not?
I'm sorry to
Walk me through it.
to hop us off.
No,
the
no.
carrot cake
Let's
train.
Let's walk.
So, are you familiar with the Doodle in Barrington?
The Doodle. I am familiar with the Doodle.
Have you been to the Doodle?
I've never been to the Doodle, but I know about the Doodle.
I had, excuse me, never been to the Doodle in my life. I went to the Doodle one time.
It's a very popular, like, kids from Barrington come back from college, go to the Doodle.
Yeah.
It's very that kind of place.
Only went one time, I think, and we went with a couple of our friends from Barrington. I'm not going to throw any names out there just to keep it that way, but we.
Do you smell that?
Hey Rachel, do you smell what I smell?
A
Can you
smelly smell.
check on maybe Dwayne? Okay, could be Harry.
It's not me.
Harry might have just farted. Okay. No worries. Sorry to interrupt our podcast for a dog fart. It stanks. I really thought
I
Dwayne
didn't know if it was like a...
I thought Dwayne pooped. I believe it. No. I just couldn't believe how it stank real bad.
It's like, wow.
Oh,
It really came out of nowhere and
woo!
hit you in the face.
Oh my, this is good podcast.
You don't want any smell of it, man. Oh, okay.
Okay.
So anyway, we're walking through it.
Hold on. Let me waft this away.
It's
Jesus
so bad.
Christ, Harry, you animal.
That's
You
insane.
sit, boy. Oh, I know. You didn't go. Oh, it's okay.
I can't believe that just came out of your
Yeah,
asshole.
we're gonna move forward. Anyway, back to the important podcast.
Yeah, walk me through the Doodle.
So I'm back to the Doodle with some of the boys, and we might be having a drink or whatever, and we're about to leave, and there's in this world we have something called a weed pen, a Benjamin, if you will.
Right. I've heard of this
And
Benjamin.
back in the day, we were walking with the
Back
take
in
it
how
out.
back in the day are we talking?
This might have been 6 years ago.
Okay.
This might be 7-year-old story I'm telling here. Now that I'm realizing I turned 29 today.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
could be a 7-year-old story, even 8. I don't have the exact dates.
Sure.
It happened way back.
Okay.
Sooner or later, we're gonna say a decade ago.
You're right.
Sooner or later, so we better be careful here.
Right.
But
Dating ourselves.
we're walking out. We're passing this little weed stick around, and just some narc motherfucker Random older dude walks up to us.
Oh, okay. I was gonna be like, this is somebody we know.
Some older dude walks up to us and he goes, "Excuse me, I didn't mean to encroach. I see you guys are hitting. That looks like one of those weed pens. You mind if I take a hit of that?"
Oh, so he's not a narc.
Could be.
Oh, but it could be like a cop. Is what you're saying? Oh, because this is back when it was illegal.
This is pre-legal Mary Jane
Okay.
in Illinois.
Okay. The plot thickens.
The plot got real thick. And,
All right.
and if anybody, listen, if anybody uses the word encroach without backing it up with a story about a previous narc, they're a cop. I'm just throwing that out there right now.
Encroach is a narky
If
word.
you say the word encroach to me and then don't follow it up with, that reminds me of a story where I met a cop,
Yeah.
you are a fucking cop. You are a narc. Stay away from my party.
I agree. It's,
Okay?
It's giving narc.
So I apologize to go into that tangent, but it just I
Just so
accidentally
we're an
I
encroach triggered.
said encroach and I was like, whoa, I haven't heard that word in so long.
So you're a narc.
I'm not, because I followed it up with the story
Oh, right,
about
right. The
the
caveat.
narc, the true narc,
Yeah.
and that's otherwise I would have never thought of the word.
Do you ever want to be a cop?
Never. But one time my mom, Kathy, if you're listening, you hear this. One time my mom goes, what, this is back before I went into the conservation corps, before I did all these kind of like random little things. And my mom was just like, what about being like a police officer? And at the time I was like, fuck the police kind
Fuck
of
the
thing.
police,
Yeah,
come
like,
straight from the underground.
yeah, like what are we doing here? And then she's just like, Rosemont, there's some crooked cops. Like, I think she's kind of like,
Yeah.
that could be a fun gig for you, type of thing.
Kathy.
And I was just like, no, I don't think that's gonna be for me.
wait.
That was like 8 years ago, 10 years
So
ago.
your mom was like, you ever thought about being a cop? You could be one of those crooked cops.
No. But she was probably just like, I'm late. I'm a little lazy, but like kind of smart in my lazy ways. So like, I think that she's kind of like, could be kind of like a cushy gig. You can kind of push some pencils around.
Yeah.
Pension this, something that.
Once you get tenure, you can probably just fuck around, sit in a car.
It's like being a teacher. You get your 10-year and you can't get fired.
I know. I mean, not coming for you, mom. Teachers are great. We love you.
No, it's not like that at all.
You totally have a full-time job.
Yeah. So no, I'm not going to be I was never going to be a cop, but it was something that came across the plate to consider at one point in my life.
I think any respectable Caucasian man should think about being a cop.
And then decide not to, I hope.
And then decide not to.
Decide not to, because it's not what you should be doing.
Because cops are fucking terrible.
There's got to be a good one out there, though. But anyway.
Yeah, there's got to be one good one. The institutions themselves is the problem for me. The history of policing, which we can get into that on the pulpit.
Okay.
The history of policing could be an interesting
anybody
topic.
tuning in, we if this is the first tune in, if you've been listening for the last couple weeks, we got a new podcast out, the Tomato Pulpit. First episode came out last week. We'd love an extra view on it if you have a sec, and feel free to tune in next week for the second episode. It's a bi-weekly pod.
Yeah, just throw it on when you're doing laundry.
Yeah.
You're taking the dog out.
Yeah.
You're driving to pick up your kids from soccer, whatever.
And speaking of a quick little plug, we finally have an email.
That's right. We do.
Finally have.
Is it only the one,
email.
or did we get another email?
We have one email. And
Okay.
We actually finally saw this email, you guys, after our last episode, and had we seen it prior, it would have certainly gone in that episode. But we do everything live here. There's no cuts. There's no redos. There's except for that one time. But one
time. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that one time. We don't have to get into it. If you want to know about that one time, go back, listen to episode one of them. It could have been kicking the can around.
It could have been kicking the can
and that's
around.
one of our higher listens,
Which is crazy.
Crazy. So good. Here's what I got. And I'm only going to read bits and pieces. I'm not going to give the whole shebang, but it's, hey guys, first time, long time. This is coming from a Jennifer M. It says, this is my favorite podcast. Wow, that is so sweet. I buy it.
Yeah, so real.
Just came to say, Mike Tomatoes, if that is your real name, how goddamn dare you suggest the British didn't perpetuate a genocide here in America? I am sure the millions of natives who British colonizers murdered would beg to differ. What? they can't because there's like none left. Oh, that's right. Clearly, you need to pick up a history book. Do you have a rebuttal?
Okay, so full disclosure, this is my cousin,
Yeah, I know.
and we discussed this at Easter,
Okay.
and
We still got a rebuttal for the people because.
so it's a partial rebut
Yeah.
where I believe in the context of that quote where I was talking about genocide in the Americas and the British. It was in regards to India as part of it. And the difference between the two that I want to qualify is that the British might have perpetuated a genocide against like the native Indian population. The British did not perpetuate a genocide against the colonial Americans, who I was referring to.
There you go. Okay.
But go even deeper to support my rebuttal.
Yeah.
The British actually didn't support the Western expansion of most of the colonies because they saw that to be in conflict with the indigenous populations, and it would become kind of an unruly situation for the monarchy. So it was the Americans, the colonized Americans, that arguably were pro-genocide, while the British were not so much pro-genocide of the indigenous population in the Americas.
So glad that we got that cleared up.
Just in case you wanted to know.
That's good stuff.
And I have my other cousin to back me up on that, who,
how come your other cousin didn't send an email?
you know, because he's just a ginger piece of shit. And if you listen to this, Nick, that's right. I'm calling you out.
Nick, you're such a nice guy. Don't
You're
listen
such
to
a
Mike.
ginger piece of shit.
You are ginger, that's for sure. But
so red.
yeah, you're ginger.
Just bought a house. Fuck
Did
you.
you?
Yeah, they just bought a house.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congrats, Nick. There's more to this email. And this next part refers to me. Also, Tom Sofa, got a bone to pick with you. You want us to email you, but you don't give us the address, so I have to dig it out of a transcript of an old episode? That's just inconsiderate. I shouldn't be working so hard for this. You know what? You're kind of right, but you still found us.
It's in the description now.
Yeah, we added it last week.
Yeah. So maybe that's why we didn't get that many emails, because people are just like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
what email
our
is.
thousands and thousands of listeners decided that because we didn't put it in the
You're right.
description. Yeah.
You're right.
But I'm
Think
going to.
about our one guy in Istanbul.
That guy probably tried to get the email out, but he was like.
And he couldn't do it because he didn't know where it is.
There's probably an issue with the translation and
Yeah.
there was issues. But I just want to go ahead and reiterate our email again for anybody who decides to listen. It's sofatomatoespod@gmail.com. Shoot us an email, but that's not the end of that email. And it says, Tommy, aka me, I go by Tom now. If you're the one getting this, it's so a joke. I'm Mike's cousin. I can be a Karen, but not this bad. Love you guys, and I am a fan of this project for reals. Jenny.
So sweet.
She put a heart. She put a sofa. She put a
So
tomato.
nice.
She knows what we're about. So that's kind of the kind of email we're looking for, you guys. We want you guys to light us up. Let us know what's up.
Constructive criticism.
It doesn't have to be that constructive. Just criticize.
Or just, yeah, I think all criticism is constructive in some way.
I've heard it both ways.
Deep thoughts on Sofa Tomatoes about criticism today.
Yeah. Dude, so you're still on Game of Thrones? Are you watching anything else? Do you have anything else that you want
I am still on Game of Thrones.
to? How deep?
I'm now.
Talk to me. 5 seasons, right? Is that right?
I'm like almost done.
But how many total? 5?
There's 8.
Oh my goodness.
8 seasons, hour-long episodes each. But
20 plus episodes, I think? How
no,
long?
it's
12?
like I think
8?
there's 10 in like the first 4 or 5 seasons, and then it thins out around like 6, 7, 8. I think like the last season is only like 6 episodes or something.
Okay, all right.
And which
Okay,
is
fine.
why they did it so dirty. And I'm at the point where I'm at season 8 last
So
season.
it's getting bad.
well, like
It's taking a turn for the
it's
worse.
just getting so rushed.
Yeah.
There's so many stories that ends so terribly because it just gets rushed.
Yeah.
And spoilers, if you haven't watched the show, it's your fault by now.
Haven't watched the show. But you
But-
can spoil it. It's okay.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
mean, I'll
watch it
just
in
say this: like,
20
I think I'll say some of the characters that I think got done real dirty. Jamie Lannister
Okay.
got done so dirty
Jamie, if you're listening, we're sorry.
because he's a piece of shit. Like, he starts out as a piece of shit,
Right.
but his redemption arc is so great.
Yeah.
Only for him to die in the stupidest way possible. And that's fine if he was like, if that was ultimately what was going to happen to him. It just didn't make sense on how like quick it changed.
Sure.
So that sucked. And then they did Daenerys dirty. She's like the mother of dragons, the blonde bitch. Her character arc goes from like she is a woman sold to a war horseman guy.
Wow.
And then ends up getting dragons and conquering the world. And she does it in a way of like liberating people from slavery and removing violence in some regard.
Sure.
And then only for her to like go batshit crazy because her handmaiden was killed.
Okay.
Like the fuck is that?
I have no idea.
You're telling me this woman, this character who has like burned people, who's gone to war, has watched thousands of people die, herself being sexually assaulted.
Oh my God.
You're telling me that nothing made her crazy throughout that entire time except for all of a sudden her handmaiden gets captured and killed, and now she's certified crazy, gonna kill everybody. It just didn't make sense.
Yeah.
So it's that problem I have, is just the rushing of the show. If
Reasonable.
I were to do things differently, Jamie's story would have ended differently. I think Daenerys should have died. I think she should have died in like the Night King kills her or something. That should have happened. I feel like that would have been pretty cunty.
Sure.
If it's like the final battle between like the living and the dead, and then Daenerys gets killed by the Night King, and then Jon kills the Night King, that would be, I think, a cunty ending.
There you go.
And what I would have loved.
Sure.
But that's not what we got.
Maybe one day they'll just redo it all.
They won't.
Okay.
They won't.
There you go.
And I'm not watching.
Decided.
And I don't think I'm gonna get into the House of the Dragon after. That's like the spinoff.
You watched it already?
I watched a couple episodes.
Didn't like it. I've heard great things.
I couldn't get into
I
it.
heard it was so good.
I know.
Heard the budget's unbelievable.
It is a big budget.
Yeah, I
it
don't really
shows,
care, but that's cool.
I couldn't. I don't know. It didn't pull me in like the other.
Wait till you finish Game of Thrones now, and then make a decision.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, do you have anything on like what are you gonna watch next? Do you have any idea?
No. I feel like I might get back into movies again.
Okay, fair.
So, I'm always on the lookout for a good new movie.
Love that.
Gotta find that. Are you
Good
still
movie's
watching
good.
Friends?
I am still watching Friends. I'm getting through it. It's been kind like I've been putting a lot of stuff away, and I organized my record collection by alphabetical, so it's just a great background thing to have going for me, because I know everything that's going on. I know what's going to be said next. It's very, very good for me. And then I started
What's
that
the Seth Rogen show. You still on that one?
The Studio.
Yeah.
Still on it. The new episode of it we didn't finish. I think it's the 5th episode. It's good though. It started high, went low in my opinion, then went back up high, and now it's kind of like staying high.
Okay.
So far. And the current episode is like Seth Rogen, who's a producer for some like kind of movies, is dating a
woman way out of his caliber.
A woman who like saves lives and is like a doctor, and like he goes to like a fancy gala with her.
Yeah.
And he's got to deal with some time critical stuff, but it's about
nothing.
Some movie that they got to add more farts to, or like whatever. And she's just like, but does your job even matter? Like,
you're right.
Like, kind
you're
of
right.
Thing. So it's an insanely good episode so far.
I think you can make an argument for the arts and culture, but if you were to compare like movie producer against doctor,
yeah,
the doctor's undoubtedly more important
for sure. And and on top of that, she's at like a high class, and it's her and like 5 other big time doctors, and then him. And so they're all talking down to him just enough for it to piss him off. It's solid. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But that's not what I'm here to talk about right now.
Okay. What are you here to talk about?
Friends and Neighbors, I believe it's called. Or Neighbors and Friends.
Is that the one with John Hamm?
The one with John Hamm.
Okay.
I don't believe I've even finished the first episode yet, but I like it. I think that it's
You know
pretty
what it
good.
reminds me of?
Did you watch it?
No,
Oh.
but this the concept of it.
Yeah, hit
You
me.
ever watch the movie Fun with Dick and Jane?
Heard of it? Is that Jim Carrey?
It's Jim Carrey. Yeah,
I don't think I watched that one.
you
Love
really?
Jim Carrey. I don't think so.
Oh my god,
Maybe
it's good. It's like so he works for Enron.
okay.
Do you know about Enron?
Yeah.
You know how like it went bust.
Mhm.
So he loses his job. He gets laid off working for Enron, and then him and his wife result to like petty crime
Oh,
to like pay for their life.
sure.
And it's good. It's a good show. It's a good movie.
Well, so far, pretty good. Curious to see where it's gonna go. But I generally like John Hamm. I just do.
Yeah.
So
No, he's a handsome feller.
I'm gonna stay on it. I'm gonna see what happens.
This is on Apple.
It's on Apple.
On Apple.
On Apple. Yeah, weekly
Okay.
show, little something, something.
Yeah.
And then I'm also
Is
about,
this an Apple?
and I think I'm about to finish the show Dope Thief. I think the first season finale.
Is that the one with Rihanna?
Is Rihanna in a show?
Yeah, I thought so.
What?
Is that maybe that's just dope?
Yeah.
Maybe that's just dope.
Lord knows I don't know.
But she is. She's on a show.
She's not in Dope Thief.
It's got like the Childish Gambino in it.
Yeah.
Whatever show that is. right?
Atlanta?
Maybe.
Okay, cool.
I don't know. She's out there.
Okay.
She's out there.
Childish Gambino. That's
Donald
Donald
Glover.
Glover. Yeah, he's in Community too. No, no. Rihanna's definitely not in this.
Okay.
Dope Thief is so good though, and one of the more recent episodes, this guy that was pretending to be a DEA agent and now like everything's gone just so far off the deep end.
Yeah.
They have the people in his life going in and being like, I trust you, but they're wearing a wire and they're like telling him that they're wearing a wire without telling him so that he
You
doesn't.
ever seen The
give
Wire?
away- Whoa, have I seen The Wire? I
Yeah.
started The Wire, couldn't get into it because
Okay.
you have to give it so much time in order for all of the stories to connect in The Wire.
Yeah.
And I need to really focus on a show. I can't be doing 3 other things at once in order for me to enjoy that correctly.
Yeah.
So just my timing of The Wire isn't there yet. But I tried The Wire.
Okay. I was gonna say I feel like it's similar, but
Dope Thief is it could be similar, but it is just wild because they're also like getting him hopped up on some drugs too, and like
it's like an undercover like person.
he pretends to be a DEA agent to raid these like drug houses or whatever, and they're not going to call the cops because they're dealing drugs.
Oh, okay.
So he steals their drugs, steals their money. He goes,
Yeah.
lay on the floor while backup comes to get you and read you your rights. And
Yeah.
then they just leave.
Cheeky. I'm here for that.
It's a good show.
Yeah, I'm here for that.
I like it. And this is a show where I think it's the 7th or 8th episode that they're on right now, where the first 5 episodes I really enjoyed. And there was like one-off episode where it didn't stray from the plot. It didn't do anything, but I really thought the show was going to lose its way.
Okay.
I was like, did you guys run out at, like, you guys have such a good thing going. And then the episode following, just, they fixed it. Whatever the heck it was, or I don't know if I was just off that day or what, but they bounced back in my mind.
I would love to be like an undercover situation. I feel like
Yeah?
that'd be very fun.
You're talking double life. Is that what you're thinking?
Not a double life.
But like you're able to like pretend like you're.
Yeah, but if I can go like undercover into like
I would love that. I would have so much fun.
a cartel
Ooh,
or like a
dangerous.
super dangerous.
Yeah.
Or like a KKK
Ooh.
situation. You ever seen like Black Klansman, the movie?
I don't think I have.
It's really good. It's got Eric from That 70s Show in it.
Interesting.
He plays the like head.
Why do I feel like you've told me about this before?
Maybe he plays like the head
I'm having
KKK member.
Deja vu.
He plays David Duke.
Hilarious.
And so like the movie is this black man. He like with one of his other police officers like infiltrate a Ku Klux Klan group in Colorado, I believe.
Okay.
And they're just informants and they get all these details. And he's just like a black guy on the phone talking to this guy
Mhm.
about being a white supremacist, and then like his white cop would like go in and be the white person. And
Sure, yeah.
whatever. Great. It's a great
Sounds
concept.
good.
It's based off of real events,
Yeah.
and I
sounds very
love that
interesting.
kind of fantasy
Yeah.
because I want to know. I want to know the tea. I want to know who's doing what's happening.
We need to send you undercover.
I would go in a cult. I want to do that in a cult.
I was going to say we need to send you undercover in like a church setting.
Yes.
Like an intense church setting.
I
Like
need
deep
that.
in the church.
Yeah, like throw me in like the midst of Scientology or something.
Yeah.
And I want to find out where's Shelley.
There you go.
Where's Shelley?
You'll solve it. We'll get you in there.
Where's Shelley?
You'll find her.
I gotta find her.
Yeah.
Coming for you, Miss Cavich.
Um.
My cousin was in like an undercover sting operation.
Shut up. Can you talk about that on?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not that bad. It's like
Let 'em know.
it's like petty theft,
Okay.
or I guess like I don't know what the dollar amount is, but so she has like an expensive bike.
Mm-hmm.
Got her bike stolen.
Yeah.
Ended up finding it on like Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or something.
Okay.
So she calls the police and she's like, "Hey, I got my bike stolen. I found it on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
Can you help me get it back?"
Sure.
And they're like, "Oh yeah, we got you, girl." So she went in with one other officer who, like, I believe was just pretending to be like her friend or her partner at the time or whatever. And then they're hooked up to a microphone, or they have people like watching them as they're doing the exchange or whatever. So they hit up this guy on Craigslist, like, "Hey, your bike is great. I want to buy it. Can we meet up?" And he's like, "Yeah, meet me here." They do that. They're talking about the bike. And they're flipping it over because they got to read the serial number, and that's how they identify the bike.
Sure.
And their code or whatever to like,
We got him.
like, this is the
Yeah,
bike, and like,
yeah.
we're going to do this. Is like the cop was supposed to like give her a high five, be like, "This is such a great deal," and like high five.
yeah,
and then
yeah.
that was like the signal. That was the go signal.
Totally. Yeah.
And so check the serial number. It checks out. He's like, "Yeah, this is a great bike." They give him the high five, and then like cops rush in.
Swarm.
Cops rush in. Dude gets arrested, and I guess
It's got to be a nice bike.
I guess it was
gotta
like
be
thousands of dollars or
A
something.
really nice bike.
And she's a biker. Like, she bikes everywhere.
Sure.
And when I guess the guy was in handcuffs and reminiscing about the whole situation, he was like, "I knew I shouldn't have trusted you with those boots on." Something about the boots was giving cop.
Wow.
So, but there is a
Good thing
chance.
that cop didn't say encroach.
Good thing. Otherwise, would have been busted. I
Yeah.
guess there was a moment in the conversation where the cop almost did give it away, but the guy who had stolen the bike was from Iowa.
Mhm.
And my cousin went to Iowa for school, so she knew like some places to talk about. She knew about Ragbri,
Yeah.
so like was able to kind of skirt the conversation away from
Sure.
getting got.
Yeah.
So there is a chance that, given the right opportunities and the right type of crime, you can get in on a little undercover situation.
Honestly, I can see this being a new TikTok channel for you, and you just
I go undercover
like
on
just
TikTok.
mic for hire. I'm just a mic for hire.
Oh, that could be fun.
People reach out to you and be like, "Listen, I think my boyfriend's cheating on me,"
Oh, okay,
you know,
that's everything.
and like you become his friend.
Have you
become
gone-
this? You
have
do
you gone in on like cheating TikTok?
I have seen a couple of those, and they're just like, "Pull out the phone."
I
They're like
love
doing. They're like,
it.
"Who's that? Who's that?"
I love cheating TikTok.
And there's like, "Well, I didn't know."
There was one
So-
I
so
saw
crazy.
where this girl, she had, I don't know what she had set up her, like her friend as like a trap. No. Okay, totally different story. This guy had caught his wife cheating
Oh my god.
at a restaurant, and he sat down with them at the restaurant for like the meal.
Oh.
Like, caught them, and the guy was like gonna get up and leave, and he was like, no, we're gonna have a meal.
Oh my god.
And they like sit down, have a meal. It is the most uncomfortable, but yet like amazing.
That's crazy. I have
drama.
never had that type of thing.
Crazy. There was another one where I like when the cheaters get caught and then the cheaters like freak out and they play victim.
Hmm.
There was one time this guy got caught cheating, and he like almost has like a full on seizure in front of his girlfriend in
Shut
the car.
up.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
because
Yeah, I don't get
he
those.
can't believe that he's doing that to her right now.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, cheating TikTok is fun. It's like I would also love to do like a "What would you do?" Do you remember that show? There was like a guy. He was like, there would be like scenarios with actors. So like, for example, you're at a restaurant, right?
Mhm.
And you're sitting down with your person or whoever you're with, and
Yeah.
then there are two actors. Maybe it's like three actors, like two people sitting down at the restaurant, like a server, and one woman just like berates the server, like
Right.
one character like berates the server,
Yeah,
and maybe throws out like some racist remarks or something.
sure.
And so the whole premise of the show is to see how you would react.
Oh my.
Would you step in to defend the waitress or the, you know, in that
Dude,
situation?
I've seen similar where like people like drop money and see like how they're or fake
Yeah.
money or
Yeah, it's like a social
something like that.
experiment
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Dude, when I was rather broke in Miami
Hmm.
in a pyramid scheme,
Yeah,
you remember that?
yeah, I remember the MLM,
And
the emailing.
I went down to they called it Little Havana, which is Little Cuba
Yeah.
in Miami,
Yeah, it's like it's
to-
like Cuba's Chinatown.
to get a haircut, to get a fade.
Okay, the
And
Cubans know how to do it.
oh, dude, I felt good out of that shot. I was feeling good, and my hair was long before scraggly. I was due at the time. And they had like a fake little $100 bill just on the floor, just sitting there
In the barbershop?
in the barber shop, fake 100 folded up. And when nobody was looking, you know, I was broke. You know, nobody was looking. I picked it up and I looked at that thing,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Damn!" Threw that back on the floor. I got.
So what was the purpose of that though?
I don't think I was seen taking a gander at it.
Okay.
So maybe I would have gotten called out in some way or some bullshit.
Maybe.
But I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe that's like no, I don't know.
It just happened. I don't have a rhyme or reason. I didn't ask. I was just, you know, we're talking about the whole
Yeah.
gambit. So
Huh.
I know. And then not to completely change the topic, I wanted to say that I have not seen Judy on my machine in the gym when I've been going. So she got the message
Judy
when I told her to stay
is,
off my elliptical.
Is Omar still playing music?
I haven't seen Omar. I haven't gone as early the couple times that
Okay.
I've gone this week. But even still, when I've gone down to take out the dogs, and I hadn't seen him in there.
Wow.
So
Scared him away.
yeah, they must be listeners.
Did you make your like petty sign
I
that's
haven't
like
done- I haven't-
please wear headphones?
Haven't done a dang thing.
Okay.
No, I was planning on just letting bygones be bygones.
Maybe he picked it up through osmosis.
I doubt it.
Figured it out.
So yeah, that's
Okay.
kind of what
We
I got
should
going on.
probably do hills.
Do you have a hill?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So no, I guess like
that was priceless. You said yeah, and I was like, all right, let's prove it then.
I have no hill
And you
prepared.
got nothing right.
I have
now.
no hill prepared.
Oh, hilarious.
You know, yeah.
I got a hill. You want me to take it so you can have a minute, or
Yeah,
you
that'd
got
be-
one?
that'd be great.
Okay.
That'd be great. Throw me a lifeline.
Yeah, I got you. So here's what I'm going to say. I am trying to become more of an avid golfer. This is not new news.
I see.
It's not new news.
Yeah, you're going full tiger out there.
No, I'm nothing like that. But I'm out there. I'm playing. I'm having fun. And I actually went golfing this morning, which was lovely. And the only thing that I have to say is that if you're a single golfer out there, and this is a hill that I'm going to die on. If you're a single golfer out there, first of all, I respect the game. Get on out there, get yourself a solo round, get as many as you can. That's a fun way to play. Play at your pace type of thing.
Yeah.
But there becomes a point where maybe I'm going a little slow, and maybe I'm kind of making you wait.
Mm-hmm.
And if we get to a hole where I feel like you've waited before, and I'm going to let you play through, and I'm going to let you go ahead of me, so that, you know, because you're a solo and I'm not playing solo, you're going to just naturally play every hole faster.
Yeah.
And I sit there and I wait for, feels like 5-10 minutes. I think he like stopped and was just waiting, and like didn't even approach for me to give him the opportunity to play through. And then at that point, then we were like, all right, well, we've waited long enough. We got to just play because he hasn't shown up yet.
Yeah.
And then lo and behold, we play. Here he comes.
Where was he?
Lollygagging. It was like, I think that he realized that we realized that we had him waiting. And maybe he decided to slow down and give us a little bit of space to get ahead, right at the same time that we were going to let him dart past us. And it was just
okay.
It really was probably just both of us being considerate of each other.
Yeah, but ended up backfiring.
But it's a hill that I'm going to die on. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Let me let you pass.
Yeah.
Let me let you pass.
I feel like that makes sense because you weren't by yourself.
I was not. No, it was me and Rachel. We had a great time.
Yeah.
It was excellent.
I feel like if you're by yourself, like that's a given that you're just going to naturally go faster. You should expect
For
that
sure.
people would let you pass.
Yeah,
Generally.
definitely.
So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was like maybe he wanted to give you guys some like alone time.
Sure, but he could do that by passing us. And then he never comes up while we're hitting.
Maybe he lost his ball and that was his only ball.
It very unlikely, but possible. It's very possible. So, but that's my hill, and I'm going to die on that hill. If you're a solo, don't slow down your pace because the people ahead of you are going slow. If you're already kind of like going a little quick as it is, give the people in front of you a chance to let you play through.
Yeah.
Give them a chance. You didn't even give us a chance.
Okay. I think that's fair.
Personal opinion.
Yeah.
I got to get it out there.
I'm on board with that.
Thank you.
Okay, great.
Thank you. Did that give you enough time to
figure
something out?
I got something. I got it.
Okay, let it out.
So I'm a plant person.
I've heard this.
I like plants.
You're a plant person, but you're not a plant daddy yet.
Not a plant daddy. I'm like a plant otter.
Okay.
And maybe I'll get to daddy in like a couple years.
Yeah.
If I could be like a plant bear.
Sure.
But then I'd have to like gain a lot more weight. But I don't know if I want to be a plant bear.
If it's muscle, it's okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
But like plant verse.
Okay.
So as we're approaching spring, well, we're in the midst of spring.
Yeah.
Now 'tis the time to start planting your gardens.
Yeah.
And
True.
I've never had one before, and I would really much like to have a garden.
Okay.
So Nicole actually picked. My mom had like these 2 raised garden beds, and she's only ended up using one of them. So Nicole took the other one.
Mhm.
It's in the backyard right now, but like nothing has been happening in terms of like planting wise.
Okay.
Which, fine, but they have like I guess they have a whole.
Fine.
they like asked Chat.
Nicole, this hill's about you.
Yeah, a little bit. No, it's not. It's more about like plants in general, but
okay.
it's about like gardening.
Yeah.
And they asked like ChatGPT, and they have like a whole plan, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think here's the hill that I'm going to die on because
Jeez.
I'm a big D Democrat, and I want big government. I want government so far up my duodenum that it's just going to make me. It's going to live my life for me.
There you go.
So, with the inclusion of big government, I think the government every spring in the United States of America to help with the farming situation that we have, everybody should get a little, like everyone should get plants for free, like for their own home garden.
Okay, I like that.
Right? Like you should get like a list in the mail, like you're filling out the census.
Yeah, you get 3, you get 5,
and you pick, let's say 5.
Sure.
Tomatoes, cucumbers, lettuce, cabbage, beans,
sure,
sprouts, beets, whatever. You get 5 free plants for your at-home. It's like a victory garden, like World War II. You know how like they had a ration for the soldiers who were going out and killing Nazis, and they were like, start your victory gardens, so it's like less strain on the food chain.
Totally.
Let's bring back the victory garden, but the government pays for it.
Love that. Down.
So that's my hill. Bring back victory gardens
Okay.
without war.
I'm in.
But that sound nice?
That's an easy one to get behind.
I think that's so great.
Wholesome Mike is back.
I'm wholesome today, baby. Wholesome today.
You're so back, man.
Post Easter, Christ is risen. So have I.
He's risen. You're back. We're here.
So
phenomenal.
But
That's
yeah,
great.
I think that's a good one. I need to do that garden. You guys should put a garden out here.
All right. Well, we're thinking about it. How do you like that?
At least some herbs. Do some herbs.
We'll do something. We'll get cooking on it. Do you have anything else for the people?
Political call.
Shut up.
Have you seen this?
No. You got to take it though. This could be your calling. This is live podcasting. Oh, Senator calling.
April 28th at 6 p.m., I will be
Speakers
holding a live
Oh, yeah.
telephone town hall meeting to discuss important issues facing our community. To join our free live forum, just answer when we call you this Monday. If you will not be at this number, or if you miss our call at 6 p.m., you can join by dialing toll-free 888-886-6603 at that time. That's 888.
There you go.
That's democracy, baby.
That's democracy.
That's democracy.
Love it. Well, I don't have much else. Do you have anything else that you want to add?
No, I got to get on this town hall.
All right, there you go. Well, this is Sofa Tomatoes. I'm Tom Sofa.
And I'm Mike Tomato.
Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Bye. Love you.